Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please do what feels right for you. I'll be suggesting things and you can take them, leave them, change them, move at your own pace. So you're taking good care of yourself and giving yourself the practice you need today. So let's start sitting. If you want to sit up on something, you might grab a blanket or cushion. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. And you can either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. Settling into your seat. In the beginning of our yoga practice can be a lot like beginning a meditation practice. Centering, setting an intention to be present. And giving yourself some kind of anchor to come back to, trusting that your mind will most likely wander. Your breath can be a great anchor to come back to. It's always now. And the breath has these beautiful, very different qualities. As you inhale, you might look for or experience spaciousness, opening, length, expansivity, all things outward. And as you exhale, using that natural releasing quality, it's already happening. You can probably feel it in your rib cage. Using that natural releasing quality to let go of what's not needed. Could you be here feeling and doing all of this with even less effort, even less resistance, even more ease? You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's start with the right arm up, bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow, take it back, and then feel around here. What do you notice? Release, right arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in as close as you can. As you do this, draw back through your right shoulder so you're still square across your chest, still feeling your spine nice and long. And then release, arm out. Rotate your thumb to point down. Take it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist. Interlace fingers at your waist. Pull the knuckles around towards the front. Elbows go towards one another. And then circle your right shoulder. Bringing movement into a place that may be creaky or tight. Keeping fingers interlaced. Reach both arms back, open up the chest. You can stay upright or fold. Release, come up. Hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs. So the other leg is in front or on top. Take your left arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, take it back. Feeling around inside for anything to notice, anything to adjust. Can you keep the equanimous witness perspective like you're doing a meditation and care deeply about what you're doing? Continue to fine-tune, going towards your full expression. Left arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm. It's this paradox of caring and not caring. Really going for it. Can you continually fine-tune on this physical level? Learning more, applying what you know, exploring your limits, and just watching the whole thing. Let's release, arm out, thumb points down, wrap it around. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, other thumb on top, the way you don't normally cross. Elbows towards one another. Circle your left shoulder. Both arms back, open up the chest, and then fold any amount. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees. And then roll your way up. Let's bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart, parallel. Shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet and take a little rock front to back. As you rock your weight forward, look for a stretch through your toes. As you rock back, getting into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon. Drop your feet, drop your heels, lift your hips, and then hang and ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Might take a sway or shake out here, letting go. If this feels too tight, feel free to use some support through your arms. You could rest elbows on thighs or hands on ankles or blocks. Finding a position where you can let the weight of your head hang. Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat. Step back into a high push-up position. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend. This could be as low or high as feels right for you. You might take it gently. First, little baby cobra. Could come up higher, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog. Move around, explore in any way that feels good for you, pedaling out your feet or shifting your hips side to side, making tiny adjustments, all the things you know to do, maybe discovering some new ones. And then drop your knees. Let's sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Just a reminder that you can rest anytime. And resting can be a good way to recenter, recommit to being present, check on your breathing. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left, and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And back to center. Lift up through table, come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and lightly hop or step your feet up. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee in, and start circling this bent right knee. Making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then a big step forward. Let's take a low lunge. We're going to drop the back knee. If you want to pat it, you could roll up the side of your mat or put a blanket under there. You may also want to grab some blocks for your hands. Check the distance between your legs. When you sink your hips forward, notice if it's too tight an angle on that front knee or ankle. If it is, just take a little step forward. So you can stay with hands on the floor or blocks. You could bring hands to your knee or hips, or take arms up. Last breath. Release. Hands to the floor or blocks. Take your hips back. Inch the front foot forward. And then flex toes back. Hands right under shoulders, at least to start. Going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. If you want to go towards splits, you can also slide the front heel further forward. Hanumanasana. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Let's bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot, and come down onto hands or elbows. You can explore here what feels right. If you want to add a quad stretch, you could bend the back leg, reach for it, and draw it in. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Maybe through a vinyasa, maybe some other movement transition. Finding your way back to down dog, and then when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, bend your knee in, and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times, big circles, both directions. Big step forward. Low lunge. You can adjust your footing, maybe grab blocks, maybe pad your back knee. And then take the arm position that works best for you, probably something similar to what you did on the first side. Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor or blocks. Take the hips back for hamstring stretch. And at any point you might go a little deeper or back out slightly, listening to your body, responding to real-time feedback you're getting. If you did slide forward, slide back. Lizard pose, both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot. You can shift your weight more one way or the other way. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you might add that again. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Taking your time. And then come all the way through to sitting. Let's get set up for supported fish. There are many ways to do this. If you know how you like to, you can come right into it. Otherwise, I'll talk through a few options. I like to do it over 2 blocks. You might try my setup. Something is going to go behind the upper back, pretty high up, just low enough, just low enough so the shoulders can fall off the end of it. And then depending on how high the thing you've chosen is, you may want something else supporting your head. If this setup feels like it's not quite working, try something different. Maybe both blocks are on medium. Maybe both blocks are on low. Maybe put a blanket over the block. Maybe you lie over a blanket instead of a block or a cushion. bolster, foam roller. In general, the harder and higher the thing you choose, the more intense it will be. The softer and smaller the thing you choose, the less intense it will be. So find the intensity that feels appropriate for you right now. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be straight or bent. If there's any gripping in your lower back, try tucking your tailbone towards your heels. If there's still gripping, you may choose to do this with feet on the floor instead. And then settle in. Let your body melt over your props. If you want to stay here longer, that's always an option. It's a great pose to just keep settling into. If you're ready to come out of this, one gentle way of doing so is to interlace your fingers behind your head and then use your arm strength to lift your chin to your chest. Taking the pressure off your props. You can lean to one elbow to move your stuff out of your way. And then rest with back flat. Let's take supported bridge next. We're going to lift the hips and place something under the sacrum, a little bit lower than the lower back. Could be a block, a bolster, foam roller, stack of books with a towel over it. Finding good firmness, good height for you, and then resting your hips down on it. And at any point, if you need to adjust, go ahead and do that. While you're here, you can take any variation you like. I'm going to offer a hip flexor stretch. If you bring your right knee to your chest, you can grab hold of it and then straighten your left leg, the other leg, and let that straight left leg hang, opening up through the front of the left hip here. Let's switch sides. Bring the left knee in, grab hold of the left knee, drop the right leg long, opening up through the front of the right hip now. And you feel even on the two sides. Come to neutral. Could be both feet back on the floor, both knees to the chest, or both legs straight, either along the floor or up in the air. And if you want to adjust the height or placement of your props, you can do so at any time. Find a pose that's almost totally passive, stripping away everything that's not needed here. Relaxing your face. Relaxing your belly. See if you can find a place where it's almost like the legs are suspended, as if they were hanging, the bones stacked on top of one another and the muscles just hanging, releasing. If you'd like to stay longer, that's of course an option. If you're ready to release, take all the time you need. Feel each moment of your transition, how you release out of this, how you move your props, how you come back down. Let's take happy baby. And grab the soles of the feet on the inside. Press your knees towards the floor. You're welcome to keep your legs bent or try straightening them. When you're done, just check in with your body. What's still needed to wrap up this practice for you? Is there a pose you'd like to get in? Is there part of your body could use some attention? And take your time with any last pose or stretch or caring for yourself in any way. Maybe it's self-massage or adjusting your clothing or grabbing props. Take your time wrapping up in any way that works for you. And when you're done, you can come into a comfortable, symmetrical, relaxed position. Maybe taking a couple deep exhales or sigh, and then allowing your breath to return to something natural without any effort or control. Letting go of all the doing. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let that movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in, roll to one side. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for your support in all the ways you're able to do that. Sharing what I do, financial contributions are very much appreciated. So thank you so much.